What up, hoe bags? It's Star here, and today is a Halloween Q&A. Um, I've done multiple Q&As, basically answering the same questions, because I don't get very many Q&A questions. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's turn on some music. Let's turn on some music. All right. This Q&A will be a bit different since today is a special day because, well, it's Halloween. By the way, I was gonna do my YouTuber model thingy, but the new Vroid update made the files work a bit differently than they did before, so it will take me a couple months, but I will have to relearn how to work Vroid basically. Because they literally changed everything about Vroid, so now I'm gonna have to relearn how to work Vroid and how to navigate it. Let's do random question generator. Let's do dirty. Let's do dirty questions first. Because why not? This is probably gonna get taken down, so YouTube, the gods on YouTube, please don't get angry at me. I bet. Dirty. Wait, truth or dare? Truth. Let's play. Best date you've ever been on. Wait, no. This is not what I wanted. I wanted a question generator, not a dirty truth or dare generator. Adult question generator. Let's see. Okay, random question generator. Yay! Generate question. If you were offered the position of a mayor of your city, would you take it? Hell no! I don't want anything to do with politics. What board game do you like the most? I like Cards Against Humanity. I also like, Shit Happens, like Stupid Deaths, Uno, even though for some odd reason Uno seems to bring the rage out in everyone. I don't know why, but it does. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, it's not that deep. I also like Apples to Apples as well, so if you get if you get rid of get if you could rid the world of one disease, what would it be? Well, it doesn't explicitly say explicitly. It doesn't say which kind of disease. It could be mental, physical, sexually transmitted, or bloodborne, or anything like that. But if I had to choose one disease to like get rid of from the world, it doesn't really say what kind. But I would probably get rid of psychosis. I have psychosis, and let me tell you, that shit's not fun to live with. Dude, like, literally earlier today, I had a hallucination of somebody slapping me across the face. So, Yeah, I would get rid of psychosis 100%. I would get rid of that shit. That's like the worst mental illness to have, in my opinion. Your favorite day of the week? Probably Saturday. I like weekends when I don't have a bunch of shit to do, that is. Okay, let me just so that way I don't have to move so close to the screen. There we go. If you inherited or won $1,000,000, what's the very first thing you would do with it? I would probably give a lot of it to my family because I'm like, bitch, I don't know what I would do with $1,000,000. I don't even know what to do with $1, let alone. um, excuse me. And another thing I would do is like donate to the Trevor Project. I have talked to some people there before. I met some people who work there. I know that's hard to believe, but like literally all over the world, all over the world there are people who like volunteer for the Trevor Project, and you don't have to work in like one specific location. There's like multiple. There's even some up here in Alaska. Some people up here in Alaska that volunteer in the Trevor Project. Yeah, I'd probably donate a lot of it to the Trevor Project, and also the Fight Against Hate campaign. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I know it's somewhere around those lines because they're like a Black Lives Matter campaign thing, so I donate to there as well. So, where did your family go vacations and uh during the summer? Well, last summer I went up to Anchorage, which is basically the big ass city area in Alaska. It was a lot of fun. And I went there recently too for like my mental health evaluation, so it was fun. What jobs do your parents do? My dad is like people who work in like the back area in like post offices who like do like the organizing of packages and stuff. My mom is someone who puts up with my bullshit. That's her job. That's her job. Yeah, that's my mom's job, putting up with my bullshit. What time do you normally go to bed? I would love to say I go to bed at 8 at 12 o'clock at night, but I try to fall asleep at like 10 or 11 at night. But like, I end up basically having uh really deep thoughts at night. I don't know why, but I always think of like in the middle of the night, I'll just like be sitting there like thinking like, is there life on other planets? Like, what if like life is a simulation? And what if everything I experience isn't real? I don't know why, but I basically have an existential crisis every night, and I don't know why. So I usually end up falling asleep at like 2 or 3 o'clock because of that shit. How old is your pet? Um, I have 2 cats. I don't know exactly how old they are, but I know they're not babies anymore, that's for sure. And one of my dogs is a puppy. I don't know how old exactly. And the other 2 dogs, one of them is 5, and the other one's probably, which is like really old, a dog of yours. I mean, they're not technically my pets, but they live with me, if that makes sense. If you were in a witness protection program, what would be your new name and where would you go? I don't know. I like my name. I think it's gender neutral and that's gender neutral. But if I had no choice but to change my name, I would probably go by Patience or something like that. Either Patience or I don't know, probably Patience. I don't know. What is your favorite smell? I like the smell of Play-Doh. Play-Doh. Smells good. I like the smell of Play-Doh. I have a lot of really weird smells I like. Play-Doh, um, paint. No, I don't sniff paint. Um, but whenever I am around paint, once in a like I don't huff paint. Keep that in mind. I would never do that because I read really horrible really horrible stories of how like people like try. There have been little kids that like got to help. They're like, "Oh, it smells nice," and then they smell it, and then like the next day they end up having severe brain damage or like, even on like life support. And I'm like, nope, that shit ain't gonna happen to me. Um, I like the smell of like babies. I think babies smell really, really good. If you are assigned female at birth, you know what I'm talking about. What's the worst job you've ever had? Well, one time, well, it wasn't so much the whole job that was bad, it was just one particular part of the job that really grossed me out, and that's why I didn't like it. Retail work, you have to clean up really nasty shit sometimes. Thank God I wasn't here for this, but one time I used to work at a Joann's and a coworker of mine was like, hey, a baby vomited on the floor. And I'm like, oh, well, thank God I was not there for that. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Oh my God. The weirdest dream I ever had, it wasn't weird just because it was like a fever dream or anything, but because of how purely inappropriate it is. It is like so bad. Let's just say Sweet Home Alabama didn't like that dream. It honestly traumatized me. If I'm honest, like this particular dream I had a dream I witnessed Sweet Home Alabama happen in my own house, and I like in the dream I rubbed my eyes several times to see if I was hallucinating. I thought, oh, I must have just been having a bad hallucination day. And that particular day, they like, hey, let's produce some of the worst possible shit you possibly see. And in the dream, I remember like rubbing my eyes like crazy, and then I realized, oh shit, it might be real. And then I woke up, and I'm like, oh, thank God, it's not real. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into detail, but let's just say I had a very graphic Sweet Home Alabama dream that surprised me, and I almost puked when I woke up because of it. Who was your first celebrity crush? Okay, hold on, I gotta think of that. Justin Bieber was one of my first celebrity crushes, but I know he definitely was not the first. I'm trying to think. Oh, when I was like a little kid, I was like 8 or 9. I was watching. Wait, not 8 or 9. I was like 10 or 11. And one of the very first animes I watched was Sailor Moon. And I think Sailor Mars is the one with the ponytail up in the attic one. But I had a crush on Sailor Mars, and I'm like, I don't know why, but I have a thing with girls wearing ponytail, like one ponytail, and being really athletic and kind of tomboyish. And I'm just like, damn, bitch, that's hot. And then, like, on that same day when I realized I had a crush on Sailor Mars, I think it was, I was like, oh shit, am I gay? And little did I know, yeah, I'm so. Date someone older or younger? Well, because of my specific age, I am 19, so I can't really date anybody younger than a year younger than me, which is 18 years old. So I kind of have no choice but to either go for people my age or people older. I guess I could say older. I like older women, but I like men who are like smaller than me. Like I want to be able to pick them up, you know what I mean? I don't know why. I have this weird thing where, like, if I ever get married to a man and he's shorter than me, I just want to pick him up and I'd be like, Nah, bitch, you're not picking me up at my wedding. I'm picking you up, motherfucker. I don't know why, but that's always been a thing that I've had. What's something you always wanted to do as a child but never got to do it? Let me think of that for a second. This is gonna sound really, really bad, but when I was a child, I always wanted to do something illegal and get away with it. I don't know why. What was wrong with like 6-year-old me? Like, what the hell was wrong with me as a kid? I could just imagine my parents being like, "This little shit." Like, do we need to get a warranty on them? Like, are they broken? TV show you secretly enjoy? Um, Let me think. I don't really hide my interests from people very much, but there is a very, very, very small niche amount of interests that I never tell anybody about because I'm embarrassed about it. Excuse me. It isn't very many things, but like, I have to think of that for a minute. Sword Art Online. I love Sword Art Online, but I get given so much shit for watching the older versions and not the newer versions, and I'm like, bro, the newer versions suck. Well, so freaking good. Like the older versions, they basically use sexual assault as the plot, and that's it. But the older versions actually had a solid plot. So sorry, not sorry. I'm not taking that shit back. What's the worst thing you ever did as a child, and what was your punishment? Um, yes. uh, for a moment. Um, I threw my older sister's radio against the wall, which caused it to break when I was like 7 or 8. And at the time, okay, so I grew up in the early 2000s, and at the time, getting a radio on your birthday was like getting Gucci, basically. It was like a huge deal back in the early 2000s. And 6 or 7-year-old me was like kind of pissed. I was like, why the fuck didn't mom give me my own radio? She gave this bitch one, but not me. And so I yeeted it against the wall. My mom walked in immediately after I did it. The hell did you do? And I'm like, uh, nothing. I don't remember what my punishment was. All I do remember is that let's just say I learned my lesson that day. Last pa- blah, 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 blah. Last person you argued with. I argued with a scammer on the phone once. It was like a earlier today, I think. It was some Indian guy on the phone. He was like, "Hello, yes, the IRS has a warrant for your arrest." And I'm like, "IRS my ass. How about you shove that shit up your ass?" I was so pissed. Because, like, it wasn't just me, but this has been happening a lot in the states that I live in. Apparently, a lot of residents where I live, a lot who live where I live, in the area that I live in, a lot of us have been receiving spam calls, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I think the governor is like, holy shit, we gotta figure this shit out. What is one thing you refuse to share? Food. You touch my food, you dead. You prefer blondes or brunettes? I prefer brunettes, especially brunette women. Who's the most Famous person you have ever met. Okay, so I did not meet this person in real life, just keep that in mind. But I did basically, one time, I basically typed in the section, like, that was a really funny story or something like that. I don't remember, but all I do remember is that this particular creator had a really funny story that they told about what happened to them. And what creator was it, you may ask? Well, it was probably a monster. I don't remember what I said, but probably a monster basically thumbs up my comment, and they were like, I mean, yeah, I guess that person was caught in 4K. Posters up on your room walls. No, I don't. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Those aren't posters, okay? I don't know what you guys are talking about. No, I don't have posters on my walls. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are insane if you see posters on my wall, okay? yeah, I do have posters on my wall. I was just messing with you guys. What is on your bedside table? Jewelry box, bucket of doom, glasses case, and a egg container. What is the thing you love about me? What? Okay, I don't know. What are your major goals in life? Become a successful YouTuber, become a voice actor, become an actor, have my own clothing company. I basically want to design clothes, mainly graphic design on t-shirts, like basically drawing pictures and putting them on t-shirts and people. And I also want to be a VTuber. Like, I want to commission the same person who made like all the other VTubers that I follow, their models. Like, for example, Iron Mouse is my model. I want to get a VTuber model that's in that same art style, basically. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the highest level of pain you've ever been? Probably like a 8, because one time I had an ovarian cyst. It was one of the most physically painful things I've ever experienced. In my opinion, like, I don't know why, but anywhere else on my body, I'm able to handle physical pain much better. But anywhere near my ovaries or like my stomach or in the abdomen area, I don't know why, but that's just a hell no for me. But like, I don't know what an ovarian cyst is. A ovarian cyst is when one of your eggs in your ovaries. This applies to AFAB people, not to AMAD, or some people intersex also have ovaries, and not everyone who's intersex, but some people who are intersex have like ovaries. But like, basically, it's when one of the eggs in your ovaries grow and turn into a cyst, and they pop. Thankfully, it is very, very rare for that to be life-threatening. Usually, they give you pain medication, and that's how they usually treat it, because you can't really do much about ovarian cysts, unless they're like life-threatening, basically. But ovarian cyst is when one of your eggs in your ovaries basically have a cyst, and then they pop, like the egg itself pops, basically. So I think having an ovarian cyst was one of the most painful things I've experienced. If you were offered the position of no, I already answered that. Money. Okay, let's go. Would you dress and drag for $25? Yeah, I mean, I like drag queens. I think they're pretty cool. How old is the oldest cell in your body? Bruh, I don't know, like probably a couple weeks old. I don't know, dude. Shit, I don't know human very well when it comes to cells. Do frogs have ears? No, I don't think they do. If you were a worm, how long would you be? Probably like the size of like an earthworm. If I'm honest, I'd probably be the size of an earthworm. Have you ever collected stickers that are on fruits? No, but fun fact: if you like collect stickers off of certain brands of fruits, they are actually box tops. Box tops, is that what they're called? I don't remember, but you know the little like things on cereal boxes that you would cut out and collect, and once you collect enough of them, you would get a prize. Yeah, they have that, except instead of cardboard, it's like a sticker or certain companies. On a scale of 1 to 5, how afraid of the dark are you? 5, mainly because of hallucinations. They are triggered more often in the dark. I don't like the dark. It scares the absolute shit out of me, and I literally have, like, if I'm left in a dark room for too long, I have panic attacks, so it's not fun. Thing you've ever eaten? When I was 6 years old, I was dared to eat, like, a fistful of grass, dirt, and earthworms, and I did it. And looking back, I'm just like, how the hell did I not end up with a parasite in my body with the amount of shit that I put in my mouth that I wasn't supposed to as a kid? So yeah. What's the dumbest thing you've ever cried about? Okay, so one time when I was on my period, like a couple months ago, my mom walked into my room and she saw me crying, and she was like, "Star, what's wrong?" And I was like, "I can't find my glasses." I was bawling my eyes out, and literally, I like cringe when I think of that memory. It like brings up really cringy memories a lot in my brain. It's just like, hey, remember when you did this stupid shit? Yeah, you did that. Well, I'm gonna leave you with that memory later. One of your stuffed animals. What? Oh, one of your stuffed animal names as a kid. I named one of them Daddy. You put butter before putting the peanut butter on. No, I don't eat peanut butter stuff. Why can't women put on mascara with their mouth closed? I don't know. I don't wear mascara. How many slices of pizza are you capable of eating in one sitting? 5 or 6, normally. Have you ever pooped in your pants? Twice, unfortunately. The first time was in elementary school. Basically, what happened is that I laughed so hard that I shit myself, but I'm honestly surprised that I did because like no noticeable signs of me shitting my pants was noticed. And then I went to use the bathroom. There was like a small, tiny brown stain in my underwear, and I was like, shit. The second time I had a severe food poisoning, basically. Would you let me slap you for $100? Hell no. 1,000 maybe, but 100. Who would you hate to see naked? Donald Trump. Would you? Okay, let's do weird. Okay. What would you do if you were the lone survivor of a plane crash? I would develop trauma. That's what. How often do you brush your teeth? Okay, I suck at remembering to brush my teeth, so once every couple days, which is not good. Do you have any relatives in jail? I'm not gonna get into that, but I think I only people in my life who went to jail. 3 of them, well, actually not 3 of them, 2 of them were not relatives and the other 2 were, but I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want that shit to be on the internet. like their personal shit on the internet, because they had a lot of problems, but like one of them managed to turn their life around, which I'm happy for them. So, if it were possible, would you live on the moon? No, I'm perfectly content with living on Earth. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Do you ever doubt the existence of others than you? Bro, I doubt the existence of everything. How weird is this? I don't know. What scene from a non-horror movie scared you as a child? Loving a character getting dragged down a sewer system. I don't know why, but that scared the shit out of me as a kid. Describe the worst haircut you've ever had. When I was like 6 or 7, I tried to cut my own hair. And let's just say I could have done a better job. Thankfully, my mom knows how to cut hair. She's not a barber, but she knows how to cut hair. So she fixed it. What are 2 things you would do if you woke up to find yourself completely invisible? Not gonna lie, I'd probably steal a rich person's credit card, and then after that, I would donate all of the money to mental health charities. You could get away with it. Would you? If yes, what would it be? I have to think of that. I don't really know, so I don't know how to answer that one. If you were about to be executed, what would you have? Pizza with stuffed crust, ice cream, soda, candy, and also smoothies. Did you ever own a Bare Naked Ladies CD? Like porn? Yeah, I own porn, but I don't know if that's what it's talking about. But if it's asking me if I've ever owned porn, yeah, I own porn. But I'm not gonna show it on camera, obviously, because stream would be taken down. What's the wildest thing you've ever done in a hotel room? Go in a hotel room. The person you would never want to meet, Donald Trump. Give me the names of 3 objects or things you love the most and why. Sketchbook, because I like drawing. Pencils, because I love drawing. Coloring pencils, because I love... What is the best job you've ever had? I work at a food bank, and that job is pretty rewarding because you get to help people in your community. Have you ever been in a car accident or seen one? I've never been in a car accident, but this happened recently. But like basically, me and my mom, we were going on errands because I basically had to go to a doctor's appointment. I don't know what for though. But basically, me and my mom, we drove past this bar, and I shit you not, there was rubble everywhere. Half of the bar was destroyed, and there was a Lowe's truck that was basically crashed into a bar, basically. And it was insane shit I've ever seen. And this happened like a month ago, too, so... What's the size of your shoes? I'm a size 7.5 or 8 in women's. And, yeah, so... What would you do if you were the... Okay, I already... Would you rather play basketball or hockey? It's more interesting to me, so hockey. What's your favorite thing to do? Draw. You play a musical instrument. I sing, and I am able to play a little bit of piano. Did you grow up here? No, not really. Do you have any siblings? Sibling. What do you do in your free time? Draw, play video games, dance, sing, and make coffee for my sanity. What's your favorite season? I like summer. There's a lot of fun events that usually happen in summer. Do you like music? If so, what kind? I've been listening to a lot of recently, and also alternative as well. Alright. So, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.